Hello viewers, I'm Rohit Khurana from Intellect Digest, and in this video I'm going to give you a detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy S4. I have been using this phone for over 2 weeks and have explored many features. I'll quickly give you a demo of the gameplay, I'll run the benchmarks, I'll show you the specification and special features of this phone. We'll also talk about the display, gaming experience, battery life and other practical aspects of this phone. Let's get started. You get the Samsung Galaxy S4 in the black mist color, the one we are testing here. It also comes in white, which is a glossy white color. Talking about the size of the Samsung Galaxy S4, it is fairly sleek and slim. As you can see, the profile is only 7.9mm, so it is a very sleek phone. Let me put it next to the Nexus 4 from Google and you can see the difference in the slimness of these two devices. Apart from this, it weighs around 130 grams. In terms of length, it is around 136mm, and in terms of width, it is around 69.8 or 70mm. So it is a fairly handy phone. Besides having a large 5-inch full high definition display, the bezel has been kept very sleek and stylish to keep the overall dimensions of the phone very low. In terms of the build quality, this phone is made up of nice materials. On the sides you have this nice metallic finishing. The back is glossy, some crisscross texture, but it is very smooth. The texture is below the skin of the flap that you have on the back. It looks premium and stylish. Let me open the back lid and show you what lies beneath. Under the hood you have a micro SIM card slot, so you need to get your SIM cut or get a micro SIM from your carrier. There is a micro SD card slot with which you can expand the memory by further adding a memory card of up to 64 GB. There is a 2600 mAh battery down here, and this battery is capable of giving one full day of battery life with moderate usage. If you are a heavy gamer, it may last slightly lesser. Talking a little bit more about the hardware, you have a physical home button. On the Samsung Galaxy S4, like the other Galaxy series, there are two feather touch capacitive buttons, one back button and menu button. On top you have some sensors for the infrared and motion detection. There is a proximity sensor, there is a front facing camera which is of 2 megapixel. On the right hand side you have a power or wake up key, again finished in metallic finish. On the left hand side you have a large volume rocker key which is again finished in metal, has been integrated very nicely. On the top you have a 3.5mm standard audio port, followed by a second mic hole for noise cancellation. There is an infrared blaster on the top, and this phone can be used as an infrared remote or the universal remote for multiple devices like the home theater system, televisions, and we have tested the same with a television. On the back you have a 13 megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash. There is a speaker mesh down here on the back flap, a standard USB port for charging as well as data transfer, followed by the main microphone which is down here. Let's talk a little bit about the graphics performance of this phone. This phone has a GPU by PowerVR SGX 554MP and it is fairly capable of playing high-end games. I'll quickly show you a gameplay demo. This is a beautiful high definition full HD screen with a display resolution of 1080p. Let me run the Asphalt 7, which is a heavy racing game with lots of graphics, and then we'll run the Frontline Commando, which is the first person shooter game which is also very popular. So as you can see, it can play heavy graphics game with ease, although it gets slightly hot from here. Probably the GPU or CPU is located under the skin. In this part, it gets slightly hotter when you play heavy games with heavy graphics. Now let's run the Frontline Commando, another popular first person shooting game, and see how it performs on the Frontline Commando.
It was supposed to be my last mission. Should have been.
As you can see, it is doing graphics rendering very well on a first person shooter game, and you can easily play heavy graphics games like the Frontline Commando on this phone with ease. As you can see, it plays the frontline commando with ease in full high definition display and works out to be pretty smooth when it comes to gameplay experience of the Samsung Galaxy S4. Talking of the specifications of Samsung Galaxy S4, it is powered by an octa-core or two quad-core processors, both by Exynos. They are 1.6 GHz quad-core and 1.2 GHz quad-core. When you run heavy applications, the 1.6 GHz processor kicks in, and once you are on light applications, normal browsing, the 1.2 GHz processor takes the lead. So it keeps switching the processors intelligently to give you a decent graphics performance as well as the computing performance on the phone without the notice of the user. The RAM on this device is 2 GB and is sufficient for most of the normal as well as gaming usage. Talking of the internal memory, it has 16 GB of storage, out of which 8.9 GB is available to the user. The RAM is 2 GB. The internal memory can be further expanded by adding a micro SD card slot of up to 64 GB in this phone. Talking about the specifications, the Samsung Galaxy S4 we are testing is an octa-core unit. It has two processors, one of 1.6 GHz quad-core and another is 1.2 GHz quad-core, and it switches between these two processors without the user coming to know of it. When you run heavy applications, the 1.6 GHz processor is used. When you are running light applications, the 1.2 is used. Talking about the internal memory, it has 16 GB internal memory, which can be expanded by further adding a 64 GB micro SD card slot. Out of the internal memory of 16 GB, around 8.9 GB is available to the user, as you can see here in the storage section. So you don't have too much of internal memory. If you need more memory, you can add a micro SD card additionally. It runs the Android Jelly Bean 4.2, which comes with a lot of options, as you can see. If you scroll the top panel with one finger, it will show you some notifications and some settings, but if you scroll it with two fingers, it will show you an extensive set of settings which can be turned on or turned off using these toggles. Talking about the camera of the Samsung Galaxy S4, it is one of the strongest features on the Samsung Galaxy S4 with many modes taken from the Samsung Galaxy camera. So you get beauty face mode, best photo mode, burst face, sound and shot, drama shot, animated photo. So there are lots of options, and all these functions are designed to do a specific task. The auto mode is the simplest one, in which you can directly click a picture, you can point towards something, you can touch on the screen to focus and click a picture straight away, and there is almost a zero shutter lag. The pictures are taken almost immediately, and you can see the picture quality and clarity is also fairly decent. This is a 13 megapixel unit at the rear with autofocus and flash, and there is a 2 megapixel unit at front. Even the pictures with the front camera come out to be fairly good. I'll just quickly show you one picture I have taken with the front camera. So this is a picture taken with the front camera and still looks fairly decent, not very grainy, and the performance is good. I'll quickly show you a demonstration of the drama shot, etc. that we have used on this phone. This drama shot is an interesting mode. You can just switch to the drama mode and you can click on some moving object, and that object will be captured in multiple frames, and all those frames are then combined to create motion shots. I'll just quickly give you a sample image that we have created with this phone. So you can create a shot like this in which a single person is in motion, and you can use all those pictures and they get stitched automatically and create motion effects, which looks very cool. Just like this. Or you can see some more drama shots like this. This is an action shot taken with multiple frames and then combined. Talking a little bit more about the camera modes which have been derived from the Samsung Galaxy camera, you get the auto mode, which is the simplest one. There is a beauty face, in which it gives some special touches to your face. The best photo, in which you can click multiple series of shots and select the best one. There is a best face mode, in which you can select the faces of multiple people in the same frame and click multiple pictures and get the best one out of it. Sound and shot creates a still photograph with some sound which is recorded alongside the picture. The drama shot I have just demonstrated to you freezes multiple frames in the same picture. Animated photo shoot does exactly the reverse. It captures the moving object and creates a small animation with it. There is a rich tone HDR for multiple colors, so it gives deeper colors and deeper saturation in pictures. There is an eraser mode in which you can remove the moving objects from the background by using multiple shots with the burst mode technology. This is all which comes on the modes, and it is capable of recording full high definition videos at 1080p from the rear camera, and also HD videos from the front camera, which can be 720p. I'll quickly demonstrate the video playback quality on the Samsung Galaxy S4 by playing a full high definition video which comes pre-installed on this phone. Let me turn the volume to maximum so that you can hear the sound as well very clearly. So it plays the videos very nicely. The vividness of colors in this phone with the Super AMOLED display are coming out to be very nice. Let me quickly jump through some of the video and show you some more of the color reproduction. So as you can see, the rich tone colors in this video are coming out to be fairly nice, with very sharp detailing when it comes to the video playback quality, with a loud audio to complement the video. Talking a little bit about the special features the Samsung Galaxy S4 has on the offer, it has the air gesture features in which you need not touch the phone and do multiple actions on the phone, just like changing the pictures like this. It is very convenient and very easy, works both ways. You can also accept or reject incoming calls by moving hand gestures. So if your phone is lying on the table and there is an incoming call, you can move it like this and it will put them on the speaker mode and the call will be picked. There is also an air view feature which used to work with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 with the S Pen, but now it works with the finger. So you can just hover over the top of a picture and it will show you the quick preview of that picture. Alternatively, when you are in some albums and you want to see the content of the album, you can just hover over it and it will show you the contents. So it is a very convenient feature. You can also check the messages without opening the messages. You can just hover over it and you can see all the stuff that is inside the message. The air gesture features are also supported in the default browser that comes installed on the Samsung Galaxy S4, so you can switch between the tabs by just moving like this. So it will change the tabs and switch between the tabs. You can also scroll the pages by using hand gestures. So just like this, if I move my hand upwards, it will scroll up. If I move down, it will scroll down. If I move sideways, it will change the tabs that are open in the browser right now. For detailed tips and tricks of the Samsung Galaxy S4, check out our tips and tricks video series. The links are provided in the description below and the top left of the screen. So check out the tips and tricks in more details. Talking a little bit more about the features, it comes with very interesting features like the watch on, which makes it a universal remote, Samsung Link, in which you can connect it with other Samsung devices over wireless, S Health, which can take care of your daily workout schedule and also tell you about the relative humidity and other conditions around you. So it is an interesting application by Samsung which is not provided by other phones like the Samsung S Health. The S Health application keeps a track of the calories that you are burning and also tells you about the comfort level around your surroundings. So it will tell you the temperature, humidity, etc. Apart from this, you get the S Planner, which is the Samsung Galaxy Planner application on which you can hover the fingers and check the previews of the days with the air view feature. So this is very interesting and useful. So there is a bundle of applications which come pre-installed. There is an inbuilt optical reader with which you can scan the business cards, documents, etc. and convert it into text. There is a group play feature which allows you to play certain content with other devices at the same time. Talking about the audio and sound quality of the Samsung Galaxy S4, it plays really well in the earphones. You can change the tips of the earphone as per your comfort. There are some extra tips provided in 3 different sizes. There is interestingly no FM radio on this phone. So if you're fond of FM radio, this phone may not be able to please you. But the music track as well as the soundtracks play very well, loud and clear on the Samsung Galaxy S4. Let me play a soundtrack on speakers for you to show you how loud the volume actually is. Talking of the call and signal quality, I have not faced any issues with this phone when it comes to call quality. Let me quickly dial a number and show you the sound quality on speakerphone.
Namaste from the service team at Airtel 121 Care. Managing value-added services.
So as you can hear, the sound quality is loud and clear on the speakerphone. It is also very clear on the earpiece of the phone as well. Talking of the performance benchmark of the Samsung Galaxy S4, it comes out to be a decent 26,608 for the Antutu tool, which is one of the highest that we have seen so far in many devices which run Android. The 1.6 GHz processor is doing a good job here. Let us also run the quadrant standard benchmark and show you the score. So the quadrant standard score comes out to be 11,815, which is very high on the performance side. As you can see it next to the HTC One X, and it is far higher than that. Let us run a Nina Mark II graphics performance benchmark and show you how the score comes out to be. In our previous test we got a result of 59.9 frames per second. So this time it has scored 60 frames per second, which is the highest score which Nina Mark II can give. So the graphic performance is very high, and we have also shown you the gameplay, so it works very well on the graphics performance. So summarizing our review with my experience with this phone, it is fairly powerful, it is fairly sleek, and comes to be very handy in the hand. It is priced around 40,000 rupees in India. At this price it may seem to be a little more elite, but it does work very well when it comes to performance. All in all, it is a good value buy if you are looking for a high-end premium smartphone. This is all we have on a detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy S4. If you like our video, please press the like button below. For more such videos, please press subscribe button. We have made special tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy S4. Please do check out them in the description below. We are also putting a link on the top left of your screen. This is Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.